Ooh, it's your boy Ryan, and welcome back to another episode of After the Bachelor. And let me introduce you to my new shirt as well. I got it from H&M, but listen, apparently it has a snake on it. I didn't know it had a snake on the shirt, otherwise I wouldn't have got it. But I showed it to my mother, and she was like, I tried to do a British accent so hard and it rarely works. It's a goal, it's a very lofty goal for me. Apple pie high in the sky hopes when it comes to me in a British accent. But I think it's a cool shirt. It looks very jungly, which I think is cool. So, subscribe to me. I am poor. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and I hope you enjoy. Alright, so tonight we are drinking Truly Margarita Style Hard Seltzer. This is the classic lime flavor, and I endorse it, although this is not an ad. I just think y'all should know. So, hello. We are back, episode 15. We're here with Sean and Emily at a very awkward dinner for whatever reason. I don't know why they refused to speak to each other. They ate that food really quickly. It wasn't supposed to be this fast. But this is after they are getting back, the day after they got back from their double date with Sean and Claire. Nope, Paolo and Claire. They refused to say two words to each other. I don't know why they're being so weird. I cannot plan anything to go the way that I need it to go. And now the sink's broken in the background, and she refuses to have a daggone seat. So let's have the both of them. Come on, we're not gonna do this. Can the both of you just not sit down? Please, just sit and chat. Okay, but stay there though. Like, do not move from that spot. So they're just chatting and everything. Now, I will say, the cast members that we are following, they did receive communication today that they have been invited back to the Bachelor Mansion for a reunion of sorts. Now, Sean, he did not watch The Bachelor, and so Emily is not telling him that this is what it's for because Emily was not her best self on the show. So she's saying this is just the girls' trip that I'm going on. And Sean wants to know, like, well, who are these girls? And she's like, well, you know, it's Claire and some others. Because we know Emily, she bumped elbows with every daggone body in that daggone house. So everyone else she has to name besides Claire is going to be an issue. And so she said it's Claire, some other people. But I feel like Sean really wants to know, like, who she is still, because they are still very much in the stage of getting to know each other, despite welcoming a beautiful baby girl just a couple days prior. And Emily, she's not really trying to answer any questions, because answer questions, she'll have things that she has to answer for herself, and she's not trying to do that. But there is a great way that she can avoid answering a question, and that's if she steps in the shower and woohoos with her man. So I guess that's what we'll have them do. You know, she's really talented at causing a distraction. Yeah, I think Sean is bringing out the best, alright. He's getting the best, currently. And come to think of it, Emily is actually keeping quite a few secrets, because Sean does not even know that Emily has a brother. So she's really not giving herself 100% to him, which is quite an interesting situation. Speaking of her brother, well, you only have one bathroom, so I'm not going to finish that thought. But it is a nice alternative of what to do with the pee. What is he gonna do? Pee in the oven? This is a big day for our twin boxered lovers. It is Saturday, so they have the weekend off. Oh, he wants to get engaged to Romeo. Okay, no. Okay. It's not a big day because of that. They have decided to go house hunting today. Now listen, you see their funds. They have 3,492 bones. And then he's making 53 an hour. Ken is, sure, he likes fitness. And Romeo is making but 30 an hour. So we do need to get them on their job stuff, which I'm not going to lie to you, we are going to use cheats. But they're going to go house hunting today. Now, I'm not going to go through all of the houses that they're going to look at, but I do want to just go to about 2 places just to follow them around. I don't know what places these are yet, but I just kind of want to follow them on this journey and just kind of see what they're thinking, what they're feeling, as they look to like further solidify their relationship. You know. I'm not sure if I've been in this house. This is where the Delgados live. I don't know if they mean anything to any of you, but they currently occupy this space. Okay. Excuse me. This is kind of spacious. I like this living area. We can definitely put a TV somewhere where one belongs, but this is a cute little fireplace that they have going on here. A nice little dining area too. I quite like that. This room we would change. I don't know why we have this here, but you know, whatever. We're looking at potential here. I'm kind of feeling this super wide open space. We would probably get a bigger table just because we can afford it. Well, I say that with $3,000 in our bank account. I do like this kitchen as well. It's you can move around in it, and then upstairs, a wealth of space, a nice playroom for a kid, quite a few rooms for kids, and then this is oh, this is creative. It's like an actual playroom. Like these are 2 bedrooms that lead to a shared playroom for children. I think that that's cute because some of the toddler toys and children's toys can be used by both, so they can have this room and share together. And then we actually have the space up here that is not done. So if they need more room, they can easily construct up here on this 3rd level, because they can. Wow. I do want to take them to a few other places though, but I quite like what I'm seeing here. I really do. Now this house, they've traveled to Oasis Springs. I thought that the kind of bigger houses here may speak to a certain kind of culture that I feel like that they might aspire to have. It's really dark inside this house though. Like lighting wise and also just the colors are just very dark. So I'm not quite sure that this is for them. Lots of space though, especially on this floor. Lots of space to move around. There's 3, 4 bedrooms, so they have space. A couple bathrooms, you know. Something I forgot to mention that happened off camera. We know that Claire's brother Harley came over to stay with Claire and Paolo's kids while they went on their double date with Emily and Sean. Emily dropped off baby Liana at Romeo and Ken's place. Now Ken of course was not there. This was a plan that was hatched betwixt Emily and Romeo. Ken did not interact with the baby at all. Like he saw the baby, like probably looked over Romeo's shoulder while he was rocking her or something, and said like, "Oh, she's cute," but kind of kept it moving. So that is something. Romeo is conspiring with Emily, trying to get this baby around her uncle without her uncle knowing that that's even his niece. So things are very much happening. Romeo. As we can see, Paolo is waking up by himself. So sad, so sad. You see Claire and the kids are not here. After the flop of a bowling date, you know, to refresh yourself, Paolo did see his dad and his brother together having a little bonding time at the bowling alley. He didn't know anything about this. You know, his father cheated on his mother and left them for this other woman. So that upset him. He and Claire came back, tried to talk about it, but it went so left that Claire decided to left. So she got her kids and she said, "I'm going to stay with my mom. I'm obviously not giving you what you need and you are not giving me what I need." And Paolo agreed. Paolo, I'm trying to understand him. Because, you know, he did the whole Bachelor process to find, like, love. And he said he wanted kids, but he hasn't really dealt with, you know, either of them in a large capacity since they've been here. Do y'all think that he possibly, like, would a life with Ken have been simpler? or a life with Holden. You know, Holden didn't want any kids. You know, Ken is being persuaded into having kids, but it's because he wants to be with Romeo. Is this kind of not what Paolo signed up for? Is he having like second thoughts or doubts, or is everything just kind of moving like too quickly for him? Like something has happened with Paolo, because this is not the Paolo that I feel like was in The Bachelor. I feel like something is not quite correct, and I can't put my finger on it. But he's don't ask me why they're outside, but they are. Bristol. Oh, so this is Kim Morel. This is Claire's mother. She is a young little woman, isn't she? She's practically a spring chicken. This is very weird for Claire, as you can imagine. She is a grown woman, and she's moved back in with her mother. Her brother, you know, is still here, so it's kind of like they were when they were younger, except now she has two kids. And the thing about the situation with Claire is this is exactly what she was trying to avoid when she agreed to go ahead and have another baby with Paolo. This is exactly what she was trying to avoid. So now she is having to face that maybe she might be a single mother. A single mother of two, and she still has not really figured out what she wants to do with her life as far as like a career, like what her purpose may be. And so she is still having to deal with that on top of her marriage possibly falling apart and raising two young children, living with her mother and brother. It's just like a mess for her. It's a complete mess. And now she has, you know, to go back to the mansion where all of this started for this reunion. And, you know, she's not for it. She's not for it. And she definitely wants things to work with Paolo, but she isn't going to. She feels like she's done a lot, and I don't think she wants to do any more. She wants Paolo to make some moves and wants Paolo to make some daggone changes. Okay, T is T, you know. So, and Harley, lest we forget, let's look at the shower. This is a shower where he aided and abetted our boy Ken in cheating on his boyfriend. Well, wait a minute. I just see Claire's mom is friends with Paolo's mom, which at first I thought was weird, but now, I mean, their children are married, so I assume they have had time to build a relationship. So I guess it's nice that, you know, they're kind of cool with each other. Now, who is this man? Who is Cannon McFadden, Kimberly? Who is he? Is he a friend? Or is he a lover? She can have nothing for me. What? Is this so? Are they clothed in their home? Oh, there must be pigs in the air. Let me check the forecast. My goodness, who would have freaking thought? We're not going to spend too much time here. We have one thing that we need to accomplish here. Holden, we cannot forget about Sweet Daddy Holden, who is desperately trying to recruit a squad to accompany him to Mount Komorebi because he wants to climb it, just as a personal thing that he wants to do. And freaking everybody that he asked is not down for the cause. He asked Claire while she was pregnant, and she was like, "You idiot." Oh, gosh. Girl, let's pick up that daggone phone. You tell your boss to mind his daggone business. You are on a show. So, I just think that Violet is so pretty. I honestly think she's gorgeous. I don't think that children is anywhere close to Violet's mind, but I mean, just so she can pass her genetics on to some other child, she needs to really consider it. And to be the mother that she never had, she needs to consider it. I mean, Tiago, he's no spring chicken. Look at him. He's a silver fox, but I mean, he's gonna turn into a gray fox soon. So we just, I mean, if listen, girl, you take your time. He'll be able to supply with the child no matter what his age is. But we want him to be in the kid's life for as much as he can. Anyway, So, what was I saying? Holden asked Claire, look, just these faces she's making. I just can't. I honestly think she's one of the most pretty Sims that I've made. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna look at her anymore because she's gonna distract me. I'm not gonna get my thoughts out. He asked Claire while she was pregnant with Camilo if he'll go on the hiking trip. She was like, "You're stupid. Get out of my face." He asked Paolo, and Paolo was like, "I have a family. You just asked my wife. Like that's the family that I have." No. He asked Ken. Ken was like, "I don't know you." So he's really kind of running out of people. And so he's like, Violet, uh, we've gotten to a really great place here the past couple months, past couple weeks, or however much time has passed. Do you want to possibly go with me on this hike? You might die, but you die with a friend. She's like, boy, I have an art gallery that I'm working on. The only thing that I can do is eat, sleep, and breathe my creativity. It's perfectly fine, Holden, if you do this by yourself. It seems like this is a very personal thing for you. You should consider doing it by your freaking self. She's still not going to work. Let's have this girl go to work so she don't die. Show up for the last 3 hours. What's she wearing? What is this? I mean, the least they could have done is make a match. They didn't give the girl that. Pink, red, and purple? What the heck? Holden doesn't want to go by himself. He does not. He does not want to go by him daggone self. But if that's what Daddy needs to do. Then it might be what Daddy's going to do. What an episode, right? Things transpired in this episode, and they will greatly affect the way that things play out in the future. I'm saying all this because I just watched it and forgot what happened, which may or may not be a deeper issue. Gonna be great. What I love about The Sims is that you can really just travel to people's houses, even if you don't know them. Because we don't know, I've never seen this girl around. But did we travel to her house specifically, and did she let us in? Yes, she did.